we're talking about Gene Hackman earlier.
Yes,
Gene Hackman.
Mysterious death of Gene
Mysterious
Hackman. That's
death.
what they're calling it.
They're calling it, well, him, his dog, and his wife.
His dog and his wife.
All found dead.
Yes.
We did well. with
He's
this guy.
95. His wife is 63.
63. Bit of age, you know. Dog wasn't even
I
4. Dude, the biggest age
I don't
gap.
know. Well,
Now, was he closer to his wife's age or his dog's age in dog years?
in dog years, that's a good question.
So if his dog was... Do we know how old his dog was? Can you Google that real quick? This is why we need a producer here.
We need a producer.
We need a producer.
I don't always get signal in here.
Now, dog years are 7 to 1. So
yeah.
if the dog was... So she's 63. What is it? How old is she in dog years, his wife? What's 63 divided by 7? Fuck. God, that's a really tough one. Okay, so 7 times...
I can't do it.
7,
you know I can't do it.
7 times 10 is 70, right? So
7
it'd be
times
7
10 is
times
70,
9.
yes.
So she's 9 in dog years.
She's 9 in dog years.
How old was the dog in human years?
Well, I just Googled how old was Gene Hackman's dog. And let's go to the New York Post. I hate to turn my back on the Wall Street Journal. But
Yeah, I don't love that.
you don't love that. But
Okay.
let's see. So 95. She was 60. She was 65.
Oh, 65. So she'd be 9 in 9 in like a quarter in dog years. So she's like a pretty...
She's like the track that Harry Potter goes on.
9 3/4.
Yes.
Yeah. Perhaps platform. So she's 9 and a more like 9 and 1
Look
quarter
at that
dog
beautiful-
years.
It's a beautiful couple.
Yeah, she doesn't look like a dog at all, but 9
No.
9 and a quarter dog years.
Um.
I think that if the dog was 10 or older, he's closer to his dog's age.
He's closer to his dog's age
than his wife's age.
Right.
But nonetheless, they were all found dead.
They were all found dead, and
they said no foul play.
foul play. And then the next day they go, perhaps there was a bit of foul play.
They go, maybe just a smidge.
Just
of
a
foul play.
smidge of foul play.
A little bit of foul play.
There's
So.
perhaps, and this is our mistake. We shouldn't have jumped the gun, but perhaps there was a dollop.
How do you find
a dollop of foul
a
play.
dog and a couple dead in a house and go, no, this happens all the
Foul
time.
play. Well, they assumed, and
Some gas leak.
a
right?
gas leak, and then they said there's no sign of gas, no gas leak,
No gas leak.
no carbon monoxide. But we're waiting for the coroner's report.
The coroner's
I'm by
report.
the phone, checking, refreshing every day.
Well, we were
to get
going
to the
through a
bottom
couple
of
of hypotheticals. Perhaps Gene. Perhaps the dog died first.
The dog died first.
The dog died first, perhaps,
And then his wife was she was crestfallen.
or perhaps she She was fallen. She fell over the dead dog.
She tripped over the dead
She tripped
dog.
over the dead dog, hit her head on the microwave, and then he ran to call the police, but he was too frantic.
He's 95.
He stepped into a mop bucket, He wiped out.
And wiped out. And
conked his head onto the wall.
Conked his head, and then
That would
they-
be no foul play, technically.
that would be no foul play.
Yeah.
You could blame somebody for leaving a mop bucket out, but I mean,
Perhaps.
I don't want to split hairs.
Yeah, I mean, Marietta, the help, could have left a mop bucket.
You can't blame that. I mean, obviously, that would fall on the help. but,
And they take them for everything they're worth. So maybe that's why they said maybe there's a little bit of foul play.
but they also they apparently they were mummified.
That's right. And I guess I didn't know what mummification means because I thought it meant that you had to be wrapped up in a linen.
Yeah, some sort of linen.
And then your arms crossed.
Your arms crossed.
And then perhaps 2,000 years later, you rise up out of your coffin. But I guess
Yeah,
now...
trying to fight Brendan Fraser.
Yeah, fight Brendan Fraser. Now, perhaps the dog mummified them.
Perhaps the dog mummified. They wrapped him up. You know, often dogs, you hear stories, maybe on Inside Edition, about a dog who dials 911 when their owner.
911.
This dog, he knew he couldn't dial the phone, but perhaps he mummified them. Yeah.
So what does mummified mean then? It just means that you're like fucking...
Well, they said in perfect conditions, Joe.
Oh, the conditions were perfect.
Yes.
L.A., dry heat.
Well, it was in Santa Fe, New Mexico. He lived.
Santa Fe, dry heat. Nice winter,
heat,
dry.
Yes. All the windows closed. It could be perfect conditioned for
self-mummification.
For self-mummification, yes. Yeah, I always assumed it was, you hear Mommy, you think of King Tut.
Yeah,
That's what
perhaps
I think
King
of.
Tutankhamun. Yeah. King
The
Tut
boy,
certainly.
The boy king.
The boy King Tut. Yeah.
The boy king, they call him.
Certainly one of the most famous.
Yes, one of the most famous.
I don't know what he really accomplished, but
Well, he was the boy king.
He was the boy king, a bit of a Baron Trump before his time.
Yes,
Yeah.
and Baron Trump. If King Tut were alive today, he would be a student at NYU.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. He'd be about 7 feet tall. Well, our thoughts and prayers, obviously, with the Hackman family. We'll wait to see what happens there.
Yes, and you'll be the first to know.
You'll be the first to know.
But a legendary actor like Gene Hackman, you kind of wish he just died. There's no, you go, oh, he's 95, he died. You don't want to. This kind of tarnishes the death. I think there's a mystery surrounding him.
Well, I mean, so here's the thing. I can't think of a single movie. What movies was he in?
The French Connection.
Yeah, okay.
The Poseidon Adventure.
Oh, these are really old. I mean, this is really going back. I don't know if I saw the Poseidon Adventure. Was that from 1954?
No, it's from the 70s, I believe.
Okay.
But Joe, you're really missing out. He retired.
No, I believe that he's great. I just can't remember any of those.
Well, Young Frankenstein, he was in.
Oh, Young Frank. Yeah, Young Frank.
Yes.
Well, bit more of a mummy situation here than Frankenstein. But anyway, now Trent, did you had one or two things perhaps to delve into quickly before we start the pod? And
I was just thinking about this. I heard somebody say this the other day. You know what I think should be grounds for public execution? Is anybody that says this timeline sucks.
Oh God, I hate that. I hate that so much.
Yeah. This timeline sucks.
Sorry, where did we spin off into the Crazy Pants timeline? Don't remember this in the timeline.
Hey, buddy, you're not in a Marvel movie. How about you live in the real world?
Yeah.
This isn't Captain America: Brave New World.
So I would agree. I get behind the public execution.
And any that should be banned. If you say it, you should be shot in the head.
I agree.
And also, anybody that thinks they're living in a simulation.
No, boring. Don't care.
Who gives a fuck? Even if we are, who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck?
And if we are living in a simulation, I'm glad whoever programmed me to completely lose interest anytime somebody brings that up.
Yeah. Make sure that's a critical piece of this. Make sure when somebody says we're in a simulation, just kind of space out.
You just space out. You want to fucking throw your hot coffee in their face.
Yeah. I don't care about the timeline. I don't care about the simulation. We're here now. You're with us on the Echo Chamber podcast. Welcome to the podcast. Welcome back to the podcast. If you're rejoining us. Now, this is the only podcast where two comedians read the Wall Street Journal because one of us gets it for free from work. And we're going to give you a little rundown of the stories we're going to be covering today on the podcast.
Yes. And would you like me to kick us off?
Kick us off, Trent. What are we going to hear?
Well, this is a little rundown. This guy, we covered him a lot on the podcast.
Milei?
Javier Milei.
God, he really just comes up
strong
again.
Man. He's apparently he's faces claims of some sort of crypto fraud.
Oh, add that to the election fraud, or was that? No, that wasn't him. He did the election fraud. That was the other guy,
Bolsonaro, maybe. Somebody like that.
Okay, so crypto fraud.
Nicholas Maduro.
Maduro faked his election, but Milei, crypto fraud. Well,
yes, he's like Hak Tua.
He's like Hak Tua. Milei and Hak Tua are going to be in the same fucking prison, Camp Cupcake, with Martha Stewart. Now. Trent, we're also going to be hearing about toothbrush makers. They say we're doing it all wrong.
Oh, God.
Take everything you know about the toothbrush, throw that out the window. There's a new toothbrush in town. It's going to change everything.
Oh, great. I can't wait to hear another thing I'm doing wrong.
You're not brushing your teeth right. Nobody is.
Great. Wow.
But don't worry. They're coming in with an invention because they know that we can't be helped.
Oh, good. Now be careful with that open flame.
Yeah. Well, it adds an ambiance
and a sense of danger that the podcast was missing.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this is will be a little visit from the Personal Journal, Joe.
Oh, the Personal Journal
of the Wall Street Journal. The headline: if you date me, you date my debt.
Oh, good. I bet we fucking bet on Bumble, too. Fuck me. I'd like to take you and your crippling debt out for a fucking night on the town,
Nice
baby.
Shrimp dinner. How about
nice
that?
Shrimp dinner.
I'd like to join me for a shrimp dinner that you can't pay for.
Well, Trent, tell me, if you're on a date, do you think repeating somebody's name over and over again, is that cool or is that creepy?
I never say anybody's name ever.
Right. Yeah. You've never said my name once. I can't think of. Maybe the second time you met me. That was about it.
So I think it depends on. Well, we'll get into it.
We'll get into it. That's my story. The debate's out. It's one of those things where you go, Jason, I'd love to talk to you a little bit more. Now, Jason, tell me.
I hate it. I've heard enough. I hate it.
I think it sucks.
It stinks.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
And my final story, not the final story of the pod. Well, even Disney worries about park prices.
Disney's, it's too expensive.
They think, they've raised the price. They go, maybe we've raised it too much.
They've gone too far.
They've
Well, we
gone
read
too
that
far.
article about the Disney adults are going bowling instead.
Yeah, they're going bowling. Yeah, you're right. They're going bowling. They can't afford it.
They can't afford
it. Now maybe Disney's realizing that. They've driven away all their customers.
Well, in our final story for the podcast, we'll go far, far to the distant Orient, the Far East, in the land of India,
Oh, yes.
where some elites on the streets in their cars yield to no one.
They drive like maniacs.
Well, they drive like maniacs, but on top of that, they have these decals and the different tricks that they rig up on their car. So
this is the president on board.
yeah, exactly. And then people go, I better not cut this guy off.
Yeah.
And then, they get through Dubai that way.
Oh, wow.
We're going to hear all about it. It's an intricate, complicated system.
Interesting. Well, should I kick us off here?
Yes. Kick us off, Trent.
This, Joe, is from the Wall Street Journal, Joe. And
Wall Street Journal.
And the headline, Argentina's Milei faces claims of crypto fraud.
Crypto fraud. What? Now, what's the name of this crypto?
It's Actua coin. No, it's called Libra.
You're telling me I can't trust...
Leave it to a Libra to to a crypto scam. I mean, it's just par for the curse for those people.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm sorry. What timeline am I in?
Yeah. Never trust a Libra. That's
Never trust a Libra.
Not with crypto, at least. Argentine President Javier. I always thought it was Argentinian, but apparently
they're like the Dutch. Is it Holland,
Yes,
the Netherlands,
yes.
Dutch?
But they say Argentine.
I believe it's Argentine.
Yeah, well, who am I to question the Wall Street Journal?
That's true.
Argentine President Javier Milei has been on the defensive after a cryptocurrency he endorsed on X, formerly Twitter, saw its value crash, triggering fraud allegations and calls for impeachment by his political foes.
It's a pump and dump.
It's a pump and dump. It's a rug pull, is what they call it.
They call it a rug pull.
The damn rug pull.
Now, I don't understand.
He did a rug pull.
I don't understand how the rug pull works. So you have a cryptocurrency.
Yes.
And
I'm
then
an expert on cryptocurrency. Any questions you ask, I'll be able to answer.
Well, I think it's the same as any other kind of. It's like what Martha Stewart did. It's like something's worth a bunch of value, and then everyone's going to pull out at the same time or something. Or
I guess. Well, yeah. Like the people that start the cryptocurrency and they're genius people. These people that they start their own coin. They're meme coin.
They're meme coin. Yes.
And like Doge coin.
Doge to the moon.
Hawk coin.
Hawk coin. Trump coin.
Trump coin. And you should get Nunnink coin out.
Yeah. Mabry coin.
Mabry, yes, the Nunheads and the Mabrys will get a chamber pot coin.
Chamber coin.
and so anyway, they start it, and then they convince all these people to buy in, and then they sell off all of it while it's high, and then everybody else that was retarded enough to buy into it gets fucked.
They get fucked.
And I feel no sympathy for them.
I don't feel bad for them at all.
I mean, it's idiotic to do this, but
they're fucking rubes.
Yeah, they're morons. The scandal is hitting the libertarian leader ahead of his trip Thursday to Washington, our nation's capital, to meet with Trump administration officials to win support for his economic reforms, including approval for an international monetary fund loan. An ally of President Trump, Milei, has described the fallout as, quote, a slap in the face against him and asserted he hadn't championed the cryptocurrency. But he has spent the last few days deflecting blame for the crypto fiasco and ordered the anti-corruption office run out of the Justice Ministry to probe what happened. Quote, I did not promote it, he said to Argentine TV channel Todo.
He's giving us his word.
On Monday. What I did was I shared it. It's not the same.
Well, that's questionable.
Right. So it's like, you ever see people on, of course, I'm not on Twitter anymore, but they used to
X. You're not on X
I'm
anymore.
not on X. Yeah. Well, I'm on X, but
you went woke.
Yeah,
so
I'm on
you kind
Blue
of
Sky, and I'm on
yeah. It's Truth Social.
Truth. Truth Social, and the other one. The other one that they tried to make work for 2 days, and they were like, what the fuck? We don't need this shit.
I just love my threads.
Yeah, threads. So anyway, they sometimes they used to have in their bio, like a news journalist or whatever would say, retweets are not an endorsement. You remember seeing that? So this is kind of what he's saying. I just shared it. It's not.
You go,
it's not
hey,
an
I just
endorsement.
retweeted
I just
it.
shared it. It's not the same.
Now, I'm surprised that a guy like Milei hasn't just shut down the anti-corruption agency entirely in Argentina. He's kind of a strong man.
He's a strong man.
He's a strong man.
That's kind of what we did here, and I don't know why he would have followed course.
Yeah, come on.
Well, a federal judge, Maria Servini, was assigned to investigate the scheme.
He's found dead with his dog and his wife.
And
No foul play.
She was found mummified. There's no foul play.
That's no foul play.
And the president's role in promoting the coin after more than 110 Argentines filed complaints with the judiciary saying that they lost their investments. The crisis began Friday when Milei posted on X, formerly Twitter, about an investment opportunity involving a meme coin called Libra, which he described as a private project working to encourage growth of small Argentine businesses and startups.
But that's not an endorsement or anything.
That's not an endorsement. He just shared it.
It's describing what it is.
Yeah, just shared it, and that's what they're doing.
It's an awesome new project.
That's an awesome new
Can't wait to
project.
share with you guys.
Can't wait to share it, and it's not an endorsement. But the world wants to invest in Argentina,
No, they
Milei
don't.
said in the now deleted post. The coin saw its value surge before collapsing within hours, wiping away more than $4 billion in value.
God damn.
And investors believe they were duped into a rug pull.
A goddamn rug pull.
It's a damn rug pull.
A regular hawk to it.
It's a rug pull, and we're in a damn doom loop. Every story is about a rug pull. Crypto world speak for a scam in which a coin is promoted to draw buyers from the public before early investors dump their holdings.
That's right.
For a hefty profit and prices tank. Milei wrote on X that he had no ties to the coin and that he decided to delete the original post after learning more details about the project.
Okay, well, he seems pretty much devoid of guilt.
Yeah.
Now, Haktua, she did the same thing. Are we ever going to hear from her again? Because she
did that and she vanished.
She went underground.
And she caused a void into my entertainment world.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I love the Haktua podcast. And
I liked watching her learn that there was a civil war in the country between the North and South. Yeah. I thought that was really entertaining and enlightening. So she's I don't know where she's going, but
vanished, yeah.
Guys, do not do a pump and dump with your crypto. No rug pull.
No rug pull.
And we will not be doing that with the Chamber Coin launch next month. Stay tuned for that.
It's real and it's spectacular.
Well, you know where things are also getting shaken up, Trent, in the world of dentistry, specifically in the toothbrush market. Now, toothbrush makers are sure you're doing it all wrong. Designers chase...
Fuck you. Don't tell me what I'm fucking doing.
Well, the designers have been chasing the elusive goal of getting us to brush for 2 minutes. Apparently, they've done all the research. You got to brush for 2 minutes, but nobody does that.
Nobody does that. Who has that much time?
2 minutes is the longest amount of time.
TikTok.
I got to watch TikTok, too.
Yeah.
Well, Eduardo Jimenez has thousands of toothbrushes. That's crazy. It's an insane way to start this. He compliments strangers on their smiles, fucking creep, and then asks them about their dental regimen.
Tells women to smile more. Too.
Smile more, honey. You got great pearly whites.
Yeah,
a great fucking rack.
Take a picture of them.
Nice fucking rack. Ass ain't bad either.
Ass for days. Ass won't quit.
Ass won't quit.
And you take it from me. I know smiles. I got 1,000 toothbrushes. My name's Eduardo.
Or my name's not Eduardo Jimenez. Yeah, nice to meet you. Well, family and friends know not to get him started about their oral habits.
This guy sounds like a fucking real pill.
Yeah, he won't fucking stop. Yeah. He at work he really obsesses. Jimenez, director of technology at one Colgate. Palmolive Colgate. I guess it's the same company.
My favorite toothpaste brand. Colgate Palmolive, I say.
Colgate
Give me
Palmolive.
that. Nothing more. Crest, throw it out the fucking window.
Crest is bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm a Colgate man. He carries buckets of toothbrushes to meetings. That's not annoying at all. Jeez. He studies the angle of bristles and their corresponding scrubbiness. He pores over data from focus groups about the width of the handle and the all-important gripping point where the... oh, my God.
Oh,
I tried to.
Was that the first? Bless you, Joe.
I tried to hold it in for
right.
for sentences there.
Well,
Well,
that's okay.
Well, our editor Enrique will cut that out.
Yeah, we'll cut that out. We won't leave.
Enrique, just make a note there to cut that out. Well, where was I? Well, see, Eduardo,
the width of the.
He's obsessed with brushes,
Yes.
and he's on a mission that has eluded big toothbrush for years. The 2-minute clean. That is the amount of time dentists say it takes twice a day for adequate plaque removal.
Uh-huh.
The problem is people tend to fall way short.
Yeah.
Focus groups show fucking focus bullshit. They show that even people who say they brush for 2 minutes actually do so.
2 minutes is a long time.
It's a long time, and
People think 2 minutes.
when you're bored, 2 minutes, like 30 seconds feels like 2 minutes
Yeah.
when you're bored.
Yeah.
But when you're having fun,
Time flies.
Time flies. And I think that they're realizing that. So now the goal is, how do you make brushing your teeth fun?
Yeah.
So the time flies.
Well, time flies. And when I was a young boy, they used to have a toothbrush that would play music.
Oh, yeah.
And
well,
that was a fun time.
they've tried a lot of different tricks.
Maybe they bring that back.
We're
I had one that played the Rocky theme song.
Well, it might be
loved
exactly 2 minutes long. And they've been trying tricks like that for years, and none of it sticks.
None of it sticks.
It's a challenge that has baffled dentists and other oral care zealots for years.
Yeah.
And spawned a whole category of tricks, from annoying children's songs to brushing timers, aimed to getting people to spend more time on their teeth.
Nothing sticks, but you know what does? Tartar.
Tartar. Hey, these don't sit, but you tartar and plaque. Now, I know what plaque is, but I'm still not sure what tartar is.
I don't know, but I always get a buildup of. I have a permanent retainer.
I got a permanent retainer. Yeah, I got a big tartar buildup. Yeah.
And the dentist, they always go, you got a real buildup of tartar.
They go, oh, you're not using the complex contraptions to clean your retainer?
Yeah, you're not fucking getting a pointy thing and poking it through your gums so they fucking you almost bleed out.
Yeah, you're not doing and then tying a piece of floss to a stick and shoving that through your teeth. You're not doing that every night, twice a night?
No, I go, that's what you're for. That's what I tell them. I go, that's your job. I come here every 6
months. I floss once a year. It's when I come here. Well, they want the brushing experience. Could you believe this? They want the brushing experience to be meaningful and different. This is why working for any corporation sucks so much cock.
Right.
Because no one thinks this way.
Yeah.
And this is all they walk around saying all day.
Yeah, right.
How do we get the brushing experience to be meaningful and different? That's your job now. Figure that out.
Oh, great.
Well, for the first time since he joined the company, Jimenez enlisted toothpaste chemists at Colgate to work with his team on a toothbrush-toothpaste combo designed to making brushing feel more like a spa treatment. So they're trying to have a breakthrough. They created multiple brush head prototypes and ran them through a robotic tool called a RoboCheck that measures the degree of cleaning efficacy. Efficacy. Okay.
I think that's right.
Before being tested by humans.
Efficacy. They like to burn this guy in effigy.
You're just cooking now. They settled on a head with more than 5,000 high-density skinny bristles that combine with the toothpaste to form small bubbles, creating the sensation Jimenez compares to a bubble bath for your mouth. Holding up Colgate.
I like the sound of that.
It sounds fun. I'm getting excited thinking about it.
Now, when you were a young boy, did you ever have Mr. Bubbles in the bathtub? Is a pink bottle of Mr. Bubbles?
Oh yeah.
Now, if they can make that for my mouth,
they want to make a bubble bath in our mouth. Yeah. Now that's the problem is when you're ready to be clean and it's like you keep spitting out bubbles. When does it stop? But
yeah, that's true. You're right. I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Well,
thanks, Joe, for bringing me back to reality.
I don't like it when you get too excited, Trent.
My head was in the clouds.
It was in the clouds. Well,
I was excited for a bubble bath in my mouth. You go, now
temper
your expectations. It can be too much.
You might fly too close to the sun.
It's like Christmas year round.
Yeah, eventually.
Too much of a good thing.
Too much of a good thing. You won't feel any joy. Yeah. Well, at P&G in Cincinnati, Ohio, researchers...
Procter & Gamble.
Yes. Researchers years ago concluded that the clearest path to the 2-minute clean was an electric device that lets people know how long they've been brushing.
Yeah, I don't want to know... No.
I don't want a timer.
I don't want to know that fucking thing I have to charge. No more charging. I'm done. I'm sick of it.
No more smart devices.
Right.
No more... It's like pushing back your alarm clock in the morning.
Right, exactly.
Snooze.
Yes, snooze. I don't want my fucking toothbrush to connect to Bluetooth. Give me fucking break.
Let's see. Well, Sherry Kinderdine, Director of Research and Development at the company's oral care unit, said she spent hours with consumers, shopping with them, and sometimes going to their homes and watching them brush. That's fucking weird.
Good God.
One conclusion.
What kind of sick fuck would allow that?
People don't put much thought into brushing.
No.
Quote, people tell me brushing their teeth is like putting on their socks, she said. Yeah, you're goddamn right. I got other shit that I care about.
Right.
I don't care about fucking brushing my teeth.
No.
Do it quick. Get it done. One of her observations is that people brush too hard.
Oh.
That's interesting. The company's brushes have pressure sensors that automatically light up red when the brusher needs to slow down. I don't want that either. Fuck off. Don't tell me I'm doing it wrong.
No, harder, faster. That's
Harder,
right.
faster.
More.
When Jimenez needs inspiration, he draws it from Colgate's toothbrush archive. The next frontier for him is a toothbrush that can replace flossing.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'll look forward to the bubble bath toothbrush and look forward to the flosser. The flossers that's coming out.
Toothbrush.
That's right.
Wow. Well,
Well, we're all rooting for him over there at Colgate.
yes, I hope he achieves his dreams. Well, Joe, this is from the Personal Journal. You know, one of our favorite sections of the Wall Street Journal.
Yeah, it's one of our favorite sections of the
The
Wall Street
headline,
Journal.
if you date me, you date my
I
death.
can't wait to hear about this one.
Well,
Also, no, I don't. Fuck you. Figure it out.
yeah, figure it out. It's not my problem. Dating.
It's such a funny graphic.
Yeah, it's like
It's
a domino.
two people talking and one of them's getting impaled by a massive credit card.
It's like, yeah, dominoes of credit cards are falling. Dating can have its ups and downs. In
Tell
the
me
best
about
of
it.
times, what is it, Tale of Two Cities? Being head over heels in debt can make the experience that much more fraught.
That's true. I would imagine so.
When-
I don't think I've ever dated somebody in debt, or if I did, they didn't tell me about
Bring
it.
me about
They
it.
didn't
And
fucking-
I'd say no more. I don't want to hear about it. Tell me
Yeah.
more. Tell me more.
I want
about
to feel good,
Yeah.
not bad.
Actually, can we go back to talking about what your sister does for work? When Zakir Siddiqui was a college student with $45,000 in student loans and $5,500 in credit card debt, he would
Jesus.
save money by asking dates to grab coffee or pizza instead of dinner or drinks. If
Well, he's
you-
a cheap fuck. He's a cheap, dirty fuck.
He's a cheap fuck.
Yeah, why don't we grab a slice of fucking cheese pizza?
Yeah, cheese pizza, plain cheese pizza.
Black
more
coffee, no
pepperoni,
frills.
please.
No pepperoni.
Yeah, and a black coffee, no frills, no cold foam.
Now you're gonna put out or what?
What do you say when you're gonna go back to my
back to
apartment with my four roommates?
Yeah.
My bed on the floor.
my sex swing, I put it on credit.
Well, if he really liked them, he would splurge, but sometimes that got complicated. At the end of a sushi date in 2017,
That's expensive.
yeah, he tried to pay the $96 bill. His credit card was declined.
That's never a great look.
No, it's not a good sign. Quote, I'm like, really? Can you try again? Said Siddiqui, who had been certain he had $112 in his bank account.
They're like, yeah, really?
Yeah, Zakir.
Nope, can't try again.
Yeah. We tried it 4 times. It didn't go through.
Yeah, sir, let me go ahead and give that another shot.
So he went out for sushi for a $96 bill, and he was certain that he had enough to cover it because he had $112 in his bank account. So he's good. Pretty thin margin.
Very thin margin for error.
If she ordered one more drink, he
Yeah.
would have been fucked.
If you want to get the edamame
Yeah.
before, he goes, I'm not starving. Let's just do the sushi. Oh, you have another drink? Nah, probably not.
Good, I'm good. Yeah, I think we head out of here.
Oh, let's get ice cream on the way back.
Yeah,
I think they're closed.
The waiter asked him if they wanted to see the dessert menu. He fucking throws his drink. Shut the fuck up.
I'm supposed to have 112.
Well, so he thought he had $112 in his bank account to cover the $96 bill. He realized an ill-timed Amazon Prime subscription renewal.
Hey, listen, if you have $112 in your bank account,
Yeah.
maybe cancel the Prime
Cancel.
subscription.
Right. Yeah, but of course, I mean, they make it. He probably fell. For the Amazon makes it impossible. He probably
Can't get out anything.
Yeah, he's getting fucking cat litter delivered every three weeks.
Yeah. No into it. Cat's been dead.
Yeah,
Found dead with
found
his-
dead, mummified,
Mummified.
It's mummified cat. Well, that an ill-timed Amazon Prime subscription renewal had left him with $16, forcing him to call Amazon to ask them to reverse the charge.
Please reverse the charge.
The company did, but not before Siddiqui's date paid the bill. Quote, I Venmo'd her. Siddiqui said, I felt really embarrassed. So he was at the table. I got to get Amazon on the phone.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you mean you reverse the fucking charge?
Right, and it's impossible to get it takes fucking an hour and a half.
45 minutes to
get
somebody on the
actual
phone.
person on the phone.
That's great. She's sitting there.
And she goes, I'll just
Really, I don't mind. I'll just pay for it.
I'll just pay.
It's crazy. He has a picture of himself smiling in
My
this.
vagina sealed shut.
So sealed shut,
like
dry as a fucking is in fucking New Mexico.
No getting that
in the
open.
winter.
It's
Santa Fe.
It's like a painted window.
Painted shut.
Yeah. For daters, debt can be a turnoff. In a 2024 survey from the Achieve Center for Consumer Insights, bullshit center, 64% of respondents said they wouldn't want to date someone with a lot of debt.
Well, yeah, no shit.
Courtship can be costly. Paying for meals or outfits can run up credit card balances even further. I got to get a new outfit for my new date.
I'll put it on credit.
Put it on credit.
Fuck it. Put it on credit.
Think about it later.
Fuck it.
Siddiqui eventually started a relationship with the woman from the sushi date.
That's a remarkable
So he must have
turnaround.
a huge cock or something.
Yeah,
he spent nearly $4,000. This is where it's like you're a moron.
Well, yeah.
So he spent nearly $4,000 buying flowers, ordering takeout, taking trips, and doing other activities together. But he didn't tell her about the debt. Quote, as a straight male in modern dating scene, I feel like I've just been programmed to always pay for dates, said Siddiqui. Yeah.
What do you mean?
And it's bullshit. I think it's bullshit.
Well, now more than ever, you can go equal rights, equal fights.
I think, yeah. I mean, it's...
No, you know what it is? It might be his cultural upbringing.
You think so?
Could be.
Yeah, maybe.
He feels like he needs to be the man.
He needs to be
pay
the man.
for the bill.
Well, he thinks he's got to pay. And I thought if she thought I wasn't financially responsible, she wouldn't want to be with me.
Might be right.
Probably right. Today, Siddiqui is debt-free. He feels more confident, and his expenses reflect it. He spent $17,428, including travel and accommodation, on 57 dates last year, which
seems like a lot.
Like a lot of money.
17,000.
And he's gonna be back in debt.
Yeah.
He's spending that much money on 57 dates.
57. Yeah, that's one every week.
Yeah, it's one every week.
I think he just needs to find somebody he can make a meal for.
Right.
Instead of going out to sushi, make some fucking.
Right.
You know.
I mean, go to take a walk in the park.
Grilled chicken, green beans. Tap water.
Yeah, how about you take tap water?
Tap water and grilled chicken tonight again.
Right. And take a walk in the park. Now, Joe, I went on a date last night with a lady.
Right.
And
what was the bill?
And I'll tell you, I was getting to it.
Sorry?
We went to a Michelin star restaurant in Long Island City, a Chinese restaurant.
Well, you know what that is. It's a curse.
It's a curse.
Yeah.
They go. That's what I go. I get these people that are freaking out. They're fucking near suicide in the back.
Yeah.
They go fuck.
Bathroom toilet paper is a little thin.
Yeah.
For a Michelin star restaurant. Yes, sir.
So we got two appetizers and we split an entree.
Okay.
And we got a dessert, a delicious dessert.
Now you don't drink,
crazy.
so that saves a good amount
saves
of
a lot.
money.
They go sparkling or tap water. Tap.
Now, when you go on a date, do you ever go on a date with somebody who does drink? And do they have a glass of wine or something? And do you foot the bill for the wine? You say, food's on me. If you're going to be a dirty alcoholic pig, you're going to have to cover that yourself.
No, I pay for the wine and I watch her drink the wine, and after she's finished, I go more.
Another.
More.
Go to the bathroom, I'll watch her drink.
So anyway, now and I thought that was gonna be. I thought it ended up being like $60, which I thought was pretty reasonable.
That's a pretty good price.
Pretty good.
Again, if you had a couple cocktails, you're at 100.
That's true. They didn't have any cocktails or anything, and she did get fucking sloppy drunk. But at the end, I pay for it with my Chase Freedom Unlimited credit card. And
What can you say? You love freedom.
I love freedom. I love anything that's unlimited. But you know how restaurants now they bring the thing to your table, like a little tablet thing.
Yeah, which I don't like. I want to hand you the card. You go deal with it. Bring me back a receipt.
Yeah, I don't really care for it either. Yeah. But I did the tap thing.
Yeah.
I gave it to him and he swiped it or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna have to put the microphone down. He handed it to me like this. He handed it to me like a samurai sword. It's like it was like a ceremony. He handed it to me he goes like this. And I go, oh, thank you. I felt honored. It was like an honor.
So he bowed.
I felt like I was being knighted or something.
He bowed and he held out the stupid fucking tablet for you.
He held out the tablet and he held my credit card out.
See, I like that.
Under it, like this.
He's making a production of it.
It was a big show.
And then it really reminds your date, like, yeah, I'm really paying for this thing.
I'm really paying for it.
I'm really fucking running the car. Don't fucking forget it.
Don't fucking forget it.
Yeah, loosen up with the panties.
Sure, I'm not spending $17,000 on 57 dates a year.
Let's hope not.
Yeah. Nikkei, maybe it's Nikki, Nikkei Lamoti, a 34-year-old wellness coach in Florence, Kentucky, decided to stop dating this year while she pays off $19,000 in credit card debt from starting a business and relocating to help her mom.
And this person's supposed to coach me with my wellness. Crippling debt.
She's in crippling debt, and I'm supposed to listen
but you know everything about living a good life.
I'm supposed to, every day she tells me it's okay to take a me day every once in a while.
Yeah, I think you've taken one too many me days.
I had so much shame around the debt that it made me feel like I was a total train wreck.
You are.
And she's a wellness coach. She's saying this. Said Lamoti, who also holds $69,000 in federal student loans. She became self-conscious about letting men pay for her. To assuage her anxiety, she started asking men about their expectations for the bill before she went on dates with them.
Oh, God,
which would be a major, incredible turnoff.
Yeah. What are your expectations with the bill? That is the worst question I could ever fucking imagine.
I'll pay for it and you put out. How about that? Deal? Okay. How's 7? If a man's dating app profile mentioned he was debt free, so also this is a crazy sentence. Now I know you're not on the apps anymore. You found a lovely lady that you're going to spend the rest of your days with.
That's right.
But I don't know what your bio said, but apparently men mention if they're debt-free or if they own a house, is what this lady says. God. If a man's dating app profile mentioned he was debt-free or owned a house, she would swipe left out of fear that he would find her debt unattractive.
Wait, so if she saw someone that was debt-free, she'd swipe left?
She would swipe left because she was worried. She wanted to find somebody she wanted to... So her big idea was to find... She's a wellness coach, and her big idea was to find someone who's also bad with money.
She goes, that's too much pressure. I got to find another fucking broken...
Yeah, another schlub.
Indentured servitude.
Yeah.
Fucking rub my dirty genitals against...
You have to be with money to be in debt in Florence, Kentucky.
Yeah, for real. Jesus Christ, you buy a house for like with cash, 10,000 cash.
So she was worried that men would find her debt unattractive.
Correct.
But she's a
pretty lady.
She's a pretty lady. I would date her.
I don't care. Just don't make it my problem.
Right. Yeah. It's your issue to deal with.
Yeah. And put a smile on. Smile more.
Smile, honey. Invest in one of these new toothbrushes. New research from Western and Southern Financial Group, what about Northern and Eastern, found that 27% of Americans waited until after marriage to discuss debt with their partner, and 21% of married Americans have never talked about debt with their spouse. It's probably not great. Not to keep it a healthy relationship. Right?
Yes. Oh, low numbers.
You're in debt. You fucked me.
You fucked
that's
me.
Great. That's good. Consummate the marriage, and then you fuck me. After Regina Campion, a 26-year-old mental health advocate, another
just
bullshit job.
Again, they're all in debt.
They're all in debt. Yeah, every therapist is in debt. They're living in squalor, and they're telling me how to live my life. Quite frankly, I feel like I'm doing great.
I didn't want to fucking be here. My girlfriend made me go.
Right, yeah. She said I need to do the work. I told her it's fucking bullshit.
Why don't you do the fuck?
You can't afford.
Why don't you do the fucking work and pay back the loan?
Fucking turkey sandwich without having a mental breakdown.
No amount of fucking yoga is gonna get you out of that one.
You're telling me it's all my fucking parents' fault. What am I supposed to do? Anyway, so she's a mental health advocate in Georgetown, Texas. She met Ricardo Lopez, a 27-year-old warehouse lead. Real job. She decided to get serious about her finances to get serious about him. Campion owed $15,000 across 9 credit cards.
Jesus,
$35,000 in federal student loans and $27,000 on a car loan. I'm not made of money, Joe. But these people are like insane. I can't wrap my head around.
I just after the 5th credit card, being like, yeah, I'd give one more credit card.
Right, it's insane.
You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, she picked up a second job and threw every extra dollar at the debt. After 10 months, once the $15,000 credit card debt was paid off, she told Lopez about what she did and what she still owed. Quote, "After we're done with this debt, I want that clean start," Campion said. "I want to teach our kids how to use money and raise our family off no debt." The couple planned to get engaged soon. Campion wanted Lopez to pay off his car loan and then buy the ring with cash. Quote, "I don't want to be the reason he goes into more debt," she said.
Well, the good news is weddings cheaper than ever.
Cheaper than ever.
You definitely won't go into debt on a wedding and a ring and a honeymoon.
Having a family.
Having a family.
It's a great time to start a family.
Yeah, teach them about debt by showing them the debt that you've incurred by having them.
And I want my ring paid for in cash.
Well, Trent, say you're at a date or perhaps at a job interview or reconnecting with someone you don't know very well.
Yes, okay.
Is repeating a name cool or creepy?
Creepy.
Well, I agree. It's a subtle tactic long used to get ahead, but it can backfire.
They're sickos to do this.
Greg Fahey, they are sickos, says there's a trick that has helped him recruit college athletes and make friends with powerful people. When he meets somebody, he repeats their name in conversation and sometimes writes the moniker in his phone to aid his memory. Quote, "I view it as the superpower we all have that no one uses," he said, the 33-year-old basketball coach. Saying somebody's name. Well, politicians, executives, and others have long used this subtle tactic to get ahead. But a new wave of professionals. I guess I don't know what a professional is anymore. I guess professionals now are people who look to see if saying somebody's name over and over again is good or bad.
Right.
That's what they're wasting their time on.
Yeah.
Fucking country's slipping into a dictatorship,
right.
And the professionals are working on this.
Right. We're in a slow decay.
Well, Steve Dickerman, who
the whole
runs...
country's mummified.
It's mummified. Totally mummified. Steve Dickerson, who runs a startup in Chicago, won't work with people who say his name frequently. He says his company was set on buying a certain artificial intelligence tool until a salesman repeated his name so often it seemed aggressive. He was doing stuff like, "Okay, Steve, would you be totally opposed to trying this out?" And, "Steve, I'm hearing from you that it sounds like you're worried."
Steve's not even my name, and I'm getting pissed off.
Steve, I'm hearing from you that it sounds like you're getting worried.
Yeah.
That's also the worst, most poorly constructed sentence.
Yeah.
How about, "Seems like you're worried, Steve"?
Right.
Fuck this guy. Dickerman,
Dickerman,
34, and a dick face, said it was clear the person was using manipulative sales tactics.
Yeah.
I agree. His startup instead chose another service with less pushy salesperson. So that lost this guy the deal.
Yeah. So people, I mean, I don't understand how people fall for like the pushy sales, greasy scumbags, used car salesman type.
I don't know either. It's so obvious sometimes. You have to be a real master of it, I think.
Yeah.
But then it's just, what kind of manipulative sociopath are you at this point? My brother bought this house one time, and like 5 years ago, they bought a house.
Yeah.
And they needed a new, HVAC, heating, cooling system in place.
Yes.
Expensive, giant pain in the ass. This guy comes, I reach out to somebody, some salesperson comes over, he knocks on the door, he comes inside, and he goes, mind if I sit down on the couch? And he goes, yeah, and they start talking about it, and he stands up, and he goes, "Tim, I'm going to grab myself a glass of water, if that's okay with you." goes into the kitchen, pours himself a glass of water, comes back, and then they keep going. And I mean, it's like crazy. He's like fucking heating up a fucking burrito, and he goes, I hope you don't mind that I like to make myself at home, Tim.
Oh my God.
Now, Tim, a guy like you, Tim. And then he quoted him for like $45,000 on a fucking thing.
Jeez.
My brother's so fucking pissed off. He wanted to bash his fucking skull in with a fucking paperweight.
Take that fucking glass of water, smash it.
Fucking slit his fucking neck with it. He was fucking
That's
irate.
insane.
It was crazy. These guys are fucking scumbags.
Yeah, they're scumbags, evil scumbags. And they should be shot dead.
Now, I work in sales,
Yeah.
but I don't really... I'm not pushy because I really don't care at the end of the day.
Right.
So I just go, I don't know, maybe this isn't for you. And sometimes the reverse psychology of it all.
Reverse psychology.
They really go for that.
People like being nonchalant.
They like being negged.
Yes, negged.
They go, I don't think you're the right fit.
Right.
And then they'll open up the wallet. Unless you're that guy in the last article. Well, research shows that people's brains perk up when they hear their own name. Self-improvement author Dale Carnegie, bullshit author, who is considered a godfather of this strategy, famously said in 1936, "Remember that a person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language."
Yes. He's got a whole hall named after him.
He does. They gave him a hall for it.
Yeah.
Because you know why? Because he remembered everybody's name and he climbed to the top. But here's the thing. I feel like that probably worked better in 1936 than it does now.
Yeah.
Because we're just more, advanced, I guess, socially probably. You know, that trick, I don't think it works anymore.
Well, I mean, people are used to hearing, people hear their own name, they fucking log in to Instagram, they see their name in print every constantly 24/7 on their phone.
Right. You got fucking Siri going, "Hey Joe."
Yeah, hey Joe.
The weather's it's meaningless.
Bitch robot.
My name, I've lost all joy hearing my own name. I hear my own name, it might as well be nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah,
I can't even muster saying it myself. Well, now this is interesting. This is the last bit of it here, but it's Shinjini Das.
I'd like to hear that name.
Shinjini, hey Shinjini.
Yeah.
Das encourages her LinkedIn followers to, I don't know who the fuck this lady is, to remember a name by repeating it through a conversation. Das, a 33-year-old who lives outside of Atlanta and runs a brand marketing company, bullshit company, said repeating somebody's name is a sign of respect. Something I've realized, Alyssa, she's doing it to the person who wrote this in this article,
God almighty.
is it's really unprofessional when somebody is bad at names. It's kind of embarrassing unless there's a medical reason. That's crazy.
A medical reason?
Everybody I know is bad at names. Now, here's what I think is interesting.
A medical reason.
I don't know. She's like, unless you're retarded, basically. Is basically what she's saying.
Yeah.
Here's what I think
You got
is...
a fucking neural link in your brain.
Here's a thought that I had.
Yeah.
Does the tactic work, the repeating of the name, better for women
Maybe.
than men? Because I feel like when a guy repeats my name a bunch, I want to fucking beat the shit out of him and never want to talk to him again.
But yeah, but
If a lady's saying your name over,
I'm rock hard.
Fucking absolutely crystal granite-like erection. Little, just a small couple little bubbles of pre-cum up there. Say my name once. It's like that movie, Say My Name, or call me by my name.
Call me by your name, the gay sex movie. Yeah, it's like you're calling me by your name.
It's just like that. So.
It's like exactly like the gay sex movie.
Gay Sex, the movie. Yeah.
Oh man, but I tell you what, I love that
Peach.
Chalamet.
Yeah.
I'm all in on Chalamet. Quote, not quote, headline.
Headline!
Even, this is from the Wall Street Journal, even Disney worries about park prices. Costs have put a Disney vacation out of reach for many Americans. Just
That's
like
true.
many things. It's out of reach.
Like many things, just out of reach.
Eggs, like buying a dozen
That
eggs.
promotion, buying a home, buying an egg.
Yeah. Yvonne Kindle spent years contemplating a trip to Walt Disney World. This November, she finally got a chance to take her family of 4. The trip left Kindle, a bank compliance officer from Bear, Delaware, with sticker shock.
Sticker shock,
Especially after recent price increases. 2 days of park tickets ran to $1,123. Passes that let them skip the line on popular rides, $208. A meal with costumed characters, including Donald and Daisy Duck, $219.
Well, you didn't need to swing for the meal with Daisy Duck, did you?
Well, if you're going, you got to go all out. You're gonna meet
So the
Daisy.
tickets alone, 2 tickets, are total out at $1,100. That's $550 to go to Disney World. That is fucking crazy. That's so much money.
Well, for a family of 4.
Family of 4. Yeah, so I guess
Park
like
tickets,
$250 each, $275 each. Okay.
And then they got the $208. Skip the line.
I tell you what, if I have kids, no fucking Disney. They're not going to get indoctrinated in this shit and beg me to go bankrupt when taking them down there. Not going to do it. They're going to fucking watch Felix the Cat. Only cartoons.
Yeah, they're watching fucking Felix the Cat, the Pink Panther.
The Pink Panther, a little bit of Popeye, and that's where it ends.
Popeye, yeah.
Betty Boop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I never had any desire to go to Disney World.
Me neither. Yeah, me neither. But I also had brothers, and so I feel like when a bunch of kids, it was all boys for us.
Yeah.
So we were into like Power Rangers, we're into
Power
fucking
Rangers,
Beast
Nickelodeon,
Wars,
Ed and Eddie, Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network, and then we also were into like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, Dragon
So,
Ball
but
Z.
even I think if you had one sister, then the whole
Maybe it's
thing
all
tilts
fucked.
a little bit to like, oh, we all are watching Aladdin together
Right.
now.
Right.
Then
exactly.
you're fucked, and then you
that's why
got.
I think we should adopt China's one-child policy. So, and they also got two Mickey Mouse bubble wands.
Got to have those.
And how much do you think those cost, Joe?
$75 each.
$60.68.
That's pretty close.
It was quote. It was really stressful for me thinking all the time about how much we were spending. Kendall said, even though she and her husband, a driver at a warehouse, weren't paying for it all themselves. Her parents covered the cost of lodging and airplane tickets for her children aged 10 and 4. Her total came to $3,000. She's not planning to go back.
Yeah, I fucking would never go back.
Yeah. The happiest place on earth has long felt
Happiest place on more like hell on earth.
hell on earth, like one of the most expensive spots on the planet for many Americans. But the allure of a magical family vacation kept visitors streaming in. Then, as post-pandemic demand soared, Disney put price hikes into overdrive, putting vacations at its theme parks out of reach for many American families. Attendance growth has slowed over the past few years, and even some families that were once regulars are canceling their pilgrimages. Now they're going bowling.
They're going back to Mecca.
They're going back to Mecca and they're going bowling. One day, adult passes to Disneyland broke the $200 mark for the first time in October. It now costs $206 on the most popular days at the theme park, more than $100 more than the price of admission on the lowest cost day. 5 years ago, the Skip the Line feature Fast Pass was free. Now visitors choose from 3 different tiers of Lightning Lane passes.
Lightning Lane.
For the privilege, the most expensive, reaching $449 a person a day.
Wow.
Doing without Lightning Lane can mean spending an hour or more waiting in line for the most popular rides, eating up visitors' vacation time, something they did for 50 years before this.
Yeah. How did we ever survive waiting in a line?
Yeah.
It's not like that's a valuable tool to teach your children.
Right. Yeah.
Patience. And waiting for good things.
If you pay more, you don't have to have any patience at all. You just
Great
go.
experiences deserve to wait. You should wait for them.
If you pay $1,000, they let you skip the line and spit on a poor person.
Spit on a poor person and teach your kids that great things will be handed to them with no cost.
Some inside Disney worry that the company has become addicted to price hikes.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking guy.
They're fucking hooked on it.
CEO's at his fucking desk. I can't fucking stop. I'm addicted to raising the price. I'm fucking filthy
Why are
fucking dirty
CEOs
pig.
becoming more cartoonish?
Yeah.
They're turning into like late 1800 like cartoon where it's like the giant cartoon of them like
Fucking Scrooge
fat
McDuck,
with like filled with money and cigars. Raise it again. But sir, we can't keep raising it. You don't understand the rush. Did you say can't? I can't stop raising it.
Get out of my sight, pig.
I want you to rate double it, and then when you've doubled it, I want you to double it again.
More. I've got an insatiable appetite for life.
They're addicted to raising what does that
They're
even
addicted.
mean?
They're addicted to price hikes, Joe.
Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
It's reached the limits of what middle class Americans can afford. according to people who have worked on park pricing. Internal discussions over whether Disney parks may be losing their grip on the hearts and wallets of families with young kids have become more frequent, some people said.
Maybe they should just do it based on your income. So if you make $50,000 a year, you can go get a ticket for $75.
Yeah.
And if you're a multimillionaire, it's going to cost $17,000 to go.
Sure.
That's how every business should operate.
You're right.
Show me what you make, and
Right.
I'll tell you what my price is.
I'll tell you what the price is. Yeah.
I'll tell you what the price is.
Right. Yeah. We're kind of running along, so I'll skip to the end here. But anyway, visits are down. People, it's so expensive. Not a lot of people are going.
You know what? Why don't we save the one about India for the next one?
Okay, sure.
And then you just go through this.
Sure. All right. Well, for a 2-parent family with 2 young kids, a typical 4-day visit to Walt Disney World, including a stay at a value-priced Disney-owned hotel, costs $4,266 in 2024, according to touring plans.
Damn.
That cost before food and transportation costs is up from $3,230 5 years earlier.
Inflation.
Well, yes. Nearly 80% of the increase came from new costs for services and add-ons that were once free, such as line skipping features, while the remaining rise came from Disney raising prices for park passes faster than the U.S. rate of inflation. Touring plans data show.
Raise it more.
More. Fuck inflation. I don't give a fuck about inflation. Disney said that the touring plans numbers for the cost of a typical 4-day visit were exaggerated and didn't take into account the range of value options available. A 4-day trip for a family of 4 in the fall could cost as little as $3,026 before food and transportation costs, the company said. So it only costs $3,000.
That's not bad. $3,000. Do it every weekend. Put on the credit card.
Yeah,
get a 9th credit card.
Credit card, and then ask your fucking wife to go out to coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just put that on the credit card and then offer her a cold slice of cheese pizza.
Wash that down with the plain black coffee.
Plain black coffee, no sugar, no milk.
Tourism experts and some Disney executives say the company risks alienating future customers and pricing out young families.
I've been alienated. I feel as though everything I've heard makes it sound like I don't want to touch the place with a fucking 10-foot stick.
Exactly. Well, quote, Disney has really started to eat its own seed corn, said touring plans.
What the fuck does that mean?
Founder Lynn Testa.
Eat its own seed corn?
I don't know. Nobody's ever said that in their life.
No. What is seed corn? I don't even know what seed corn is. The fuck are they saying?
Well, there's seed corn and there's feed corn. Seed corn is
you grow.
You grow.
Oh, yes. Okay. And well, you're the son of a farmer.
I'm the son of a farmer.
Yeah.
Continual price increases have been core to Disney's park strategy for decades and have long prompted internal debate. Chief Executive Michael Eisner, who ran Disney for 20 years...
Dickhead, pig, and an asshole.
He's an asshole to pig.
He's an asshole and a pig.
In 1984, more than tripled the price of Disneyland admission during his tenure to about $60, but also presided over a massive expansion of the park's businesses and the construction of new hotels. When Eisner tried to raise the price of parking early on from $1 a day, about $3.04 in today's dollars, he met stiff resistance from some board members who argued that it was counter to Walt Disney's vision. Parking now costs $30.
Well, I see which way they came out of that argument. Yeah. You can't raise it by a nickel. Walt would roll over in his grave.
It gets his vision. It gets his vision.
Oh, sweet leader Walt.
So
anti-Semitic woman-hating Walt Disney would against his ethos.
So if they just kept up with inflation, it would only cost $3.04. But now it costs $30. It's also like insane that all these people they all like post like record high profits every year.
Yeah,
and then they're like
every year.
It's just evil.
Oh, it's evil, yeah. Because well, it's just all these shareholders, whatever. You have to make more money than you did last year every year forever. Right. And then
to me, I'm no
fired.
Expert. I'm no expert. Doesn't seem sustainable.
It doesn't seem sustainable to me either. I think we may have just gotten to the bottom of something. The Echo Chamber Podcast.
Yeah. Well, So they talk about, this. They're worried. A lot of people, attendance is down, and the new CEO he's worried. A year later, Disney began to have serious concerns about the rising cost of visiting the parks, according to former employees involved in the discussions. The results of surveys asking whether Walt Disney World and California theme park guests intended to return soon showed that fewer Mickey Mouse devotees were planning return trips.
No, they go bowling.
Yeah, they go bowling and they have fun. They realize they don't need to go fucking stand in line to ride the fucking.
Well, they miss it. They've been priced the fuck out.
Yeah, right, Space Mountain or whatever.
Yeah, fucking bullshit ass shit. Cocksucking ride.
Fucking ride some fucking toothless carnies running.
Whole place should be fucking burned to the ground. Should be fucking razed. Be fucking razed to the ground.
Carpet bombed. Carpet bombed whole fucking place.
DeSantis was trying to carpet bomb it for a while.
True, yeah. That's the one thing I agreed with him on.
Yeah, same
the issue was raised with Bob Iger, who's the new CEO, according to people familiar with the matter, but parks were still booming. The experiences division had become the company's primary profit engine in 2022, replacing the declining cable TV business. Internally, teams that worked in pricing, promotions, and consumer feedback debated through the spring of last year how to improve the intent to return survey results. People involved in the discussion said. By the summer of 2024, Disney began warning investors that attendance was softening, a trend consistent across the theme park industry.
Yeah.
In recent months, Disney has announced limited time offers for $50 kids tickets, the return of discount dining plans for some Disney Resort hotel guests, free in-park photo packages, and a fresh round of hotel room promotions. Johnston, Disney's CFO, in December called the summer weakness in demand, quote, a hiccup, and said that consumers had recovered.
Classic CFO bullshit.
Yeah. It's just a hiccup, a minor hiccup.
Oh, it's a hiccup. It's not a systemic, foundational shakeup.
We are not living in hell. A host of new attractions and major expansions announced at a fan event this year will allow Disney to raise prices further without tamping down demand, he said. This fall, Disney sent its own post-visit surveys to members of the company's Disney Vacation Timeshare program with 47 pages of questions, mostly about visitors' household finances and travel habits. One asked visitors how likely they were to be receiving/managing an inheritance or to experience the loss of family member or loved one over the next 5 years.
How likely is your wife to die next year?
How likely
mention it.
How likely are you to get an inheritance, a big inheritance that you give to us? We would like to know. We would love to know. Please just answer this 47-page survey.
Is there any chance that a ton of unexpected money might be coming down the pipe for you? Because we'd love to get you back.
Our fingers are crossed.
And looking at your salary, I don't see you coming back this year. But perhaps your grandpa will die.
Unless your rich uncle died.
That's crazy.
Then you can
perhaps you'll find him mummified.
Yeah, I'm sure Gene Hackman's kids.
Gene Hackman gets in to find a Disney World right now.
It's like they just won the damn Super Bowl.
Well, we're going to save our other article for next week. That has been this week's episode of Echo Chamber. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Yes,
like, subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, comment, all that
Tell
shit.
a friend.
Yeah, tell your friends. Yes,
tell a friend.
As always, this is Trent Mabry signing out.
And this is Joe Nunnink signing off. Bye-bye.